Hey Tina, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that my mom sent me a message to thank you for yesterday. She says that she really enjoyed the meal that you prepared for all of us.
Oh, yeah, she actually sent me a message too saying all of that. I was so happy that she enjoyed it. To be honest, I was really nervous about it.
Oh, really? You were? You know that there's no need to be nervous around my mom, right?
I know, but how can I not be? Especially when it comes to cooking for her. After all, doesn't she teach her own cooking classes? I was just waiting for her to tear into my food and how overcooked or overseasoned or something that it was.
I don't really think that my mom would say those things to someone, even if she did think that. But, anyways, I thought that what you made yesterday was really great. I could tell that you really put a lot of effort into making sure that it turned out well.
Well, when you told me that your mom was going to come over to have dinner with us, I went out the night before to buy all of the ingredients that I would need. I wanted to make sure that nothing could go wrong when I was in the kitchen that day.
Yeah, I remember you running around a lot that day. You seemed really stressed, which I am sorry about. But I'm glad it all ended well. Besides, who would have guessed that my mom would want to come over so soon after you and I got married? If anything, I should be sorry about that, you know?
Of course you shouldn't be sorry. There's nothing wrong with that. Besides, I also want to get to know your mom well so that we can get along in the future. If anything, I felt like this was a good chance to try and score some points with her. I mean, we got to talk too much yesterday evening, even about cooking. Not only that, but then your mom saw that I had her cookbook and even offered to sign it for me. It was awesome! Or maybe I was just so swept up in the moment, but either way.
I think that you're just fine, Tina. And I'm glad that you said you want to get closer to my mom. That means a lot to me.
Well, I really do mean it. But I guess more than anything, I'm just glad that we don't already have issues as mother and daughter-in-law. That's what I was worried about most.
Well, I think I also did a good job of warming up my mom to meet you. She basically knew what she was in for. Besides, my mom is a pretty straightforward person anyways.
I guess I kind of lucked out getting someone like her as my mother-in-law then. After all, I know that we did marry a bit older than others. We're already both in our 30s after all.
Well, I know that. After all, we're the same age, aren't we?
I know. But you know how women are always pressured to get married younger than men are, right? So I was just worried that me being the age that I am might have been off-putting to your parents or something. I've known a few other women my age who have gotten married, and they were telling me how their in-laws are already asking about grandchildren. Apparently, even some of these friends of mine were even asked by their in-laws if they could even have children.
Well, that has taken things just a bit too far, I would have to say. Besides, having a kid is a delicate thing in any situation, and it's not like people get married just to have babies.
That's right. I suppose at the end of the day, we just have to know that we know what's best for us. Although I was so happy that your mom never said anything to me about children at all. I was so thankful for that.
Well, I'm just happy to see that it sounds like you and my mom should be getting along just fine.
Actually, I was thinking of taking one of your mom's cooking classes sometime in the future.
Oh, really? When did you decide this? This is the first that I'm hearing about it, I think.
Well, I just asked your mom now when she messaged me. I asked if I could come along one day and she said she would be happy to have me in class.
Well, that's just perfect. And it does make sense. After all, you were talking to my mom yesterday about how you wanted to improve your cooking.
I know! And now I get to do this! It's so exciting! I think I might even have to go out and buy a new apron or something.
Well, it is a cooking class, but it's usually a small number of people, and my mom just does it all at her house. So you don't have to go all out just to attend the class, you know?
Well, sure, but you can't just ignore the fact that your mom has published her own cookbook. The class may be small, but that doesn't diminish what you can learn from it. I really think you need to acknowledge just how amazing your mom is a bit more.
Oh, trust me. I think my mom is great. I should know. She's my mom after all.
You say that, but I still think that you don't get it.
Maybe not. But as long as you and my mom are getting along, that's all there really is to get.
I am still just so happy that I have such a nice mother-in-law. Maybe I should bring her some kind of gift or something when I go to take the class.
I don't really think that's a requirement for the class in any way, but I'm sure that if you did, my mom would love it.
Great! Maybe I'll just buy some treats we can all enjoy during the class. Anyways, sorry for talking to you all the way through your lunch break. I also have to go and do some shopping right now.
No problem. We can talk more at home. Good luck with all that you have to do. Hey, Tina. I just wanted to let you know that my boss told me I have to take some time off. He said that if I didn't, my PTO would just start going to waste, so...
Oh, I see. Well, actually, now that you mention that, I don't think that we've gone anywhere since we got married.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. But anyways, would you want to go away for a couple of days somewhere?
Really? You mean you want to take a trip with me somewhere?
The thing is that I just noticed you've been acting kind of down. And when I've tried to ask you about it, you told me that it's nothing to worry about, which of course just makes me worried. So, I thought this might be a good suggestion to try and cheer you up.
Rod, you're so sweet. Thank you so much.
Of course. But you know that you can talk to me about anything, right? I've been really worried seeing you act this way.
But I don't even know how I would begin to talk about what's been on my mind lately.
I see. Well, I also wanted to ask you if you think you'd enjoy having my mom come along with us as well.
I don't know. I still feel like we're basically newlyweds, and I'd really like to get to take more trips, just the two of us.
Oh, I see. I just figured that earlier you were so gung-ho about getting to know my mom better. I just figured that if she also come along with us, that the two of you could get to hang out. But I'm also fine taking a trip just the two of us.
Actually, Rod, there's something that I wanted to talk to you about. It has to do with your mom.
You want to talk to me about my mom? What do you want to talk about?
Well, the truth is that your mom really scares me.
You're afraid of my mom? But why? I don't get it. I mean, did something happen between the two of you while you were at her cooking class?
Well, your mom, she was bullying me.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? What do you mean she was bullying you?
Are you telling me that you don't believe me? Although I can't say that I blame you. She always acts so nice when you're around.
I'm sorry, Tina. It's just... I can't even imagine my mom acting that way. But of course it's not that I don't believe you. I just... Do you think you could tell me some of the things my mom has been doing to you?
Okay, well, she totally made fun of me in front of all the other students in the class. And then, when it was just the two of us, she started calling me names and saying all these horrible things. She said that she still has no idea why you chose to be with a woman like you. And then she told me that I was terrible at taking care of the house and that I was a bad wife.
She really said all of that? That's horrible. I'm so sorry, Tina. I really had no idea that my mom was doing or saying any of these things.
It's okay. I guess I just know a bit better how she feels about me. And my age? You know, now that I think about it, I doubt that she even really liked my cooking.
Tina, of course that's not true. Look, I want you to know that you're a good wife, okay?
I don't know. I just don't feel like I'll ever be good enough for you.
So wait a second. Is part of the reason why you've been so down lately is because of the way my mom has been treating you?
I didn't want to say anything, but it's true. I only wanted to be friends with your mom. And I know that this has to come as a shock to you as well.
It really does. But I'm just so sorry that you've been going through all of this.
You don't have anything to be sorry for. It's not your fault at all. If anything, it's all mine for not being the kind of person that your mom could ever like.
I'm going to talk to my mom about this. I'm going to make her apologize to you.
No, you can't do that, please. If you do that, then that will just make things way worse.
But how am I supposed to just sit here and read all of this and do nothing?
Maybe we could just try and make sure that we see her a little less? I know that she might talk bad about me to you a little, but I'm sure that'll all pass.
Well, if that's really what you want, then okay. I won't say anything to her. But are you sure that this is how you want to handle it?
I'm sure. And I'm just so grateful to know that you trust me on this.
Of course. You're my wife, and I'm here to protect you, no matter what. There's nothing to worry about anymore. I'll make sure that you and Mom don't see each other anymore.
Thank you so much. Just reading that message, I already feel a bit better.
Alright then. I guess this means that it's just going to be you and me on this trip then. But that's okay. It just means you and I can have fun and forget all about my mom.
Hello there, Rod. I was just curious if you remembered that your uncle's memorial service was today.
Oh, I remember. Don't worry.
Well, that's good to hear. But there's something that I'd like to talk to you about after the service. Do you think you could come to my house afterwards? Alone.
But isn't the service going to be near your house? Don't you think that I should bring Tina with me for this?
No. I think it would be better if it were just you. So please come alone. Besides, she never even met your uncle.
Wow, that's kind of a rude way of putting things, don't you think?
Do you really think so? I was just stating a fact is all. I mean, I just don't think that anyone really enjoys going to funerals. But that would be especially so for ones for people who you don't even know.
I guess. But she's still my wife and still part of this family.
I just really don't think that Tina would even want to show up to something like this.
Well, there's actually something that I've been waiting to talk to you about, Mom. Have you been bullying Tina lately?
Wait, what? Where is this coming from all of a sudden? Did Tina tell you that I was being mean to her?
You know, that sounds like just a thing that somebody who's been caught red-handed would say. I thought you and her were trying to get along. You were so happy when the two of us got married.
Well, I'm afraid that my feelings have changed on the matter since then.
But what does that even mean? Why have your feelings changed?
If I can be honest with you, Rod, I really wish that you would divorce her. I don't think that you should have anything to do with her at all.
I'm sorry. You want me to leave, Tina? How can you even ask me something like that? What's the matter with you, Mom? I don't think I want you coming near me or Tina ever again, okay? I can't have you in my life if you're going to treat my wife so horribly.
Okay, well, you should know that I never do anything to your wife at all.
But you did. Even the way you were talking about her right now was rude. Did you know that Tina came to me telling me that she was scared of you? She was scared to even talk to me about this.
The reason I wanted you to come by to the memorial service by yourself was because I wanted to talk to you about Tina. I would appreciate it if you made your decision about me after you heard what I have to say.
Hey, Rod, I'm really sorry. I was talking to some friends, and before I knew it, it was already so late. But I'm just about to start heading back home now.
Why even bother coming back home?
Wait, what? I don't understand. What is that about? Are you mad because I'm coming home late or something?
I heard all about the kind of person you are from my mom. I heard that you were even so mean that you drove people from your old company to quit before you left.
Wait a second, are you talking about Carly from work?
That's right.
No, you've got that all wrong. That was just a misunderstanding.
I wanted to hope that was true, until Carly showed me proof of how you forced her to take responsibility for all of your mistakes at work. And then you even spread lies and rumors about her too, didn't you? Not only that, but you were also stealing from the company if you ran out of money before payday. Isn't that right?
Rod, this is just ridiculous. Of course I haven't done any of this. I just happened to get wrapped up in a bad crowd. But it's not like I was the person leading everyone in that.
Oh, really? Because Carly made it sound exactly like you were the ringleader with that theft.
Well, I'm sure that Carly has her own version of events. But anyways, I know that she takes cooking classes with your mom, so I'm sure she's been whispering her lies to your mom for a while. But you know that you can't believe someone like her, right?
Do you even know the kinds of things she told my mom? I mean, she didn't even need to say anything. When you walked into the classroom, Carly literally puked, didn't she? That's how much she dislikes you. Her body literally physically can't stand to be around you. That's why my mom reached out to her after she left. She wanted to make sure everything was okay.
Well, it sounds to me Carly was just putting on a big show for attention then. I mean, if her body really is so fragile, then maybe she shouldn't be going out to cooking classes in the first place. Besides, don't you care at all about the way I've been struggling with your mom?
You know, Carly was actually someone who was really impacted by my mom's book. After you drove her to quit her job, she happened to pick up my mom's book. Cooking the recipes in that book was one of the few joys that she could find in life after you drove her from the office.
Rod, you really are getting this all wrong. I only did what I did because I was being told to.
Well, I don't think that made much of a difference to Carly. She was still hurt either way. I think this is why you wanted us to keep distance from my mom. She told me that she called you to ask you to apologize to Carly. And that was when you told me my mom was bullying you.
But she was bullying me! Please, you have to believe me, Rod!
How can I after listening to my mom and Carly talk to me about what you did? And especially after Carly showed me the text of what you were saying to her. I really wanted to believe you, Tina. I wanted to believe that you didn't do anything wrong. But I can't do that anymore.
I'm so sorry, Rod. I know that you must think I'm just a terrible person. But the only reason I did what I did was because I didn't want you to know about my past. That's why I tried to blame this all on your mom. I really am so sorry. I swear I'll apologize to your mom and Carly. Just please don't tell me not to come home.
No, you really don't have to come home at all. In fact, I want a divorce.
What, Rod? Please, you can't be serious about that. Surely we can move past this, right? I mean, you don't really want to leave me over this.
I'm not sure whether or not I can forgive you for this. And if I thought you were actually going to show any remorse, then I might be able to. But Carly told me about how you were seeing someone else while we were dating. But she told me about how you were telling the girls in the office that you were going to marry me just because I was the one with the money. But that the other guy you were seeing was way more your type of man. But Carly told me about how even after we got married, you kept seeing this guy. There were already plenty of rumors flying around the office about it.
No, that isn't true. You have to believe me. It really isn't true.
I don't even want to hear it from you anymore. Besides, I can't say that I blame you. He is a handsome-looking guy.
You mean that you looked him up?
That's right. After talking to Carly and my mom, I hired a PI to look into him so that I could gather evidence for the divorce. And it really wasn't hard to find said evidence. So, now we're going to get a divorce. You're going to pay for cheating on me, and then I'm going to make sure you never mess with my life or family again. Goodbye, Tina. It took about a whole month before the divorce process was finalized since Tina was fighting every step of the way. In fact, right after I sent that message, Tina apparently passed out and didn't wake up for a few days. I have no idea if she was faking it or not, but when she came to, the divorce papers were still there waiting for her. I have to say that I was so shocked to learn of the kind of person that my wife really was. I really did think that I knew Tina well, but I guess that just goes to show you. Anyways, I apologized to both Carly and my mom for how horrible Tina had been to them. Of course, I had no idea about Tina, but I felt especially bad that I let my mom get sucked into this. After the divorce, Tina agreed to settle for a huge fee outside of the court to not be sued for her affair. After she paid all that she owed me, I heard that she packed up all of her bags and moved away to a new state. But that works just fine with me, since I would be happy if I never ever saw her again. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Riley, in place of your father, I've gone ahead and sent the money over for your child support.
Thank you, Grandma. Dad will be back from his trip in 2 months, right?
Yes, it appears so. He really has such a tough job to do. He has to be away from his house all the time, and he's so busy that you can't even get a response out of him for small lengths of time. I'm sorry that it's so hard to stay in touch with him, Riley.
He has a really cool job, but it is a very tough one. But don't worry, Grandma. I understand his situation. And also, we both made a promise that the moment he gets back, we'll get together. He told me that he'd take me out for some really good dinner at the place of my choosing.
But right now you're busy studying for your exams, right? Aren't you a bit too busy to be doing things like that?
When he's back in town, I'll take the day off to see him. I don't need to study every single day of my life for this exam, right?
Well, as long as you're feeling confident. But you being that confident is all thanks to the time and effort you've already been putting in at school. That's really paid off for you so far. You are such a great kid.
Actually, I really want to work a job like Dad does. So that's why I've been paying good attention in school and know a lot of things. I still have ways to go yet, but someday I want to be the person anyone can rely on.
Well, in my eyes, even now I think of you as someone I can rely on for anything. So just make sure you're not working yourself too hard or something you already have. You told me before that you stayed out really late studying for one of your tests in history, right?
Well, that's just the amount of studying I needed to do for that test. I have trouble sometimes remembering things like names and locations in history. I also had to work my part-time job that day, so that's what led me to coming home really late.
What? You're working part-time now?
Well, occasionally.
But you're only months away from your exams, right? Can you at least clear your schedule of work until after you've taken all of them?
I can't, though. I have to balance things out for myself, so don't worry. Also, I kind of need the money. There's something I've been really wanting.
Something you've been wanting? You can't just buy it with the allowance you're already getting?
It's a secret, actually.
If it's something that you really want, then I guess I can't stop you from working towards it. But just make sure not to overdo it, okay? It's only you and your mom right now, so you've been having to help out with chores around the house, right?
Grandma, I'm totally fine. I've been doing the chores around the house for a long time now. And doing things like this now will get me used to what life will be like living on my own.
But the fact that you're doing so much right now is what's worrying me. I know I'm always saying this to you, but if you ever find yourself in need of help, don't be afraid to come to me. And at times when you're not able to get in touch with your father, you can come talk to me about it.
Okay, thank you, Grandma. But you are aware that I'm in my senior year of high school, right? So you can really calm down about all of this and know I have myself handled.
Well, to me, even your father is still a child and needs my care at times. Which means that you are still a baby to me.
Come on now. You're the only one that still thinks of me as some kind of toddler. Everyone else seems to think of me in another way, calling me one of the most adult-like teens they've ever met.
It's fine for me to think of you as a child still, right? Because really, in my eyes, you are the same little Riley I've always known. And that's because you are still so dang cute to me. Anyway, me being this worried about you is only because I have to live so far away from you now.
Thank you so much, Grandma. But I really have everything handled in my life, and I'm totally fine. If anything, you need to start worrying about yourself more than me, right? I heard from Dad a few weeks ago that you went for a little hike and ended up falling down hurting your ankle pretty badly, right?
I can't believe he'd talk with you about something like that. I just happened to not see the root sticking out of the ground in front of me and I caught my foot on it. I'm completely fine now.
Well, if that's the case, then fine. But you know that it's only going to get colder this month, so please make sure not to catch any colds, all right?
Okay. And the same thing goes for you, Riley. Make sure you're staying really warm and are taking hot showers when needed. Tiffany, I was very surprised by what just happened. You came over here, right?
Judith, I'm sorry that I didn't really say anything to you a second ago when we crossed paths.
No, you don't have to be sorry about that. You happened to be with someone else at the time. That was someone from work, right? Something like that?
Yes, that's absolutely right. I am on a small business trip right now, and that's why I'm back in town around here.
That's what I had assumed. Well, anyway, I've been talking with Riley quite a bit, but are you doing all right for yourself, Tiffany?
Yeah, I'm making it work. It's been a long time since things happened between your son and I, and well, I'm getting used to being a single parent. And Riley's gotten a lot bigger now. And of course, having you around to help out with her has helped me a lot as well.
Riley's really become one of the smartest, most mature people I've ever met. That just shows how well you've been raising her, Tiffany.
You don't have to say things like that.
I understand things are a lot tougher than when it's just you in the house taking care of your daughter, but I really am thankful that a woman like you has been there to raise my beautiful granddaughter.
And the same thing goes for me. Thank you for always being there to talk with Riley when she needs it.
Now that we're talking about her, she had told me something earlier this week. Is she really working a part-time job right now?
Ah, right. Yes, she is.
I'm a little bit worried about her putting some of her time into something like that when she has some really big exams coming up here soon. Riley told me that having a part-time job and all that has helped her learn to balance her time and whatnot, and that she needs the money to buy something she's been wanting. But really, I want her to be more focused on her exams for the time being, until she's finished taking all of them. Tiffany, do you have any idea what Riley's been wanting to buy? If it's something she needs a bit of money for, then I'd be glad to lend some.
No. You don't have to be worried about that. The thing that Riley's been wanting is something that really doesn't affect her life in any way.
Is that right? But she told me it's something she's not able to afford with her allowance. So it must be something really expensive.
The girl's in her senior year of high school, right? By this point, I'm sure that she has a lot of other girls in her grade have all kinds of brand name clothing and goods. I think that Riley herself probably wants a bag or something, and that's why she's saving up.
Wow, so she's really started to get into wanting high-end brands now.
The kids these days are all loaded with all sorts of branded things. From backpacks to pencil cases, it's wild. I'm not sure if they're buying them with their own money or if it's from their parents spoiling them, but even the girls that Riley hangs out with a lot happen to have some really nice bags.
I guess she is a young woman now, and when they get to that age, they really start to find interest in things like that. I'm just a bit surprised that someone like Riley would want something as expensive as a brand bag or whatnot. I always assumed that she never really cared about those sorts of things.
Well, with the world we're living in now, people are constantly talking about branded things online on all forms of social media. There are even girls her age acting as influencers, trying to get other people to join in on buying the same things they have. She's had a lot of chances now to see things like that, and I'm sure that's all playing a huge part.
Huh? Times have really changed.
Naturally, from the point of view of parents, we know that as our kids get into their teens, they are going to want more and more expensive things. Of course, if they are willing to work for their own money to get those things, I have no right stopping them. So that means, in Riley's case, you really don't have to lend her any money to go out and buy things like that.
That's right. I guess with the way things are now, it's best that I let her handle her own money, instead of having me hand mine over to her. But she really does have some very important exams coming up here, so is it really okay for her to be working when she needs to be studying?
She's working because she wants to, so you can let it be now. If her working that part-time job leads to her failing the exams, then that's on her, right?
Well, if that's what you're fine with, I won't make any comments on it. But just know that right now is the most important time for her to be studying for those exams. And with the college she's wanting to aim for, it's a hard place to get into, and most other people who plan to go there are already doing cram school and things like that when they get out of class for the day. I'm just worried Riley hasn't been taking this whole thing as seriously as she should be.
If Riley is telling you that she's fine, then I think that's good enough reason to believe in what she's saying. She's a very smart girl and knows how to handle things like this.
Of course, this isn't about me not believing in her or anything like that.
Judith, you're being a bit too worrisome about all this. We have rules over at my house as well when it comes to things like studying for big tests, and know that Riley is following all of them. Also, that girl wants to work part-time right now.
I'm sure that's the case. I'm really sorry, Tiffany. I think I may have talked far too much on this topic now.
No worries. I understand that you are a little anxious about how things are going for Riley. But that girl has made up her mind on what she wants to do, and there's no changing that. No matter what I've tried saying to her, she's told me she's not quitting that job.
That's true. All right, then. If that's something that Riley really wants to be doing at this point in time, I'm not going to do anything more to try and stop her. As for yourself, you haven't had anything you've been worried about recently, right? Nothing troubling you, perhaps?
Nothing that I'm aware of. Right now, things feel like they're going as they should be.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm sorry for taking up a lot of your time talking about things today. It was nice seeing you earlier, even if it was only for a second.
No, thank you for texting me today.
Well then, good luck with whatever work you have left on this small business trip of yours. Make sure you're taking good care of your health as well, all right?
Grandma, I finished all my exams.
Good work, Riley. How are you feeling now that the tests are all over with?
Well, I'm feeling like I did a really good job on all of them. But who knows, right? I really hope I didn't make any stupid mistakes on any of the questions.
I think that you did your very best this time, Riley. I'm sure even your teachers have been telling you that you're a really great student and that you never make stupid mistakes anymore, right?
They do say things like that, but this time was different. I mean, everyone taking these exams have all studied to some degree. But no matter how much someone studies for these exams, there is always room for a thoughtless mistake to ruin it all. Well, after taking all those exams, I've just lost a little bit of my confidence.
But even if you make 1 or 2 mistakes that lead to you failing the exam, the world's not over, right? You can always do a retake at the end of the day.
No, I can't.
Huh? Are you not planning to retake the exams if you fail one of them?
Well, it costs a lot of money to have to go and study some more for a test like that.
But your father or I can help you pay.
But I really don't want to force either of you to have to keep paying for my education like that.
But you are my granddaughter, so I will do anything for you and never see it as a problem.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure. You've never once caused me any kind of trouble, and needing financial help for your future is something I'm completely fine with doing for you. You are very, very important to me, Riley. I understand that I'm living far away from you now, but I will do anything in my power to help you out. I'm always saying things like this, right? When you're in trouble, you can always come and talk to me.
Grandma? Actually, I've been wanting to ask something from you for a very long time now.
Ask something from me? What is it?
Grandma, could you please pay my tuition so that I can go to college? Of course, this is only if I get a good enough score on my exams and end up being accepted. But if I am accepted, it'll be around $40,000 for the first year there. Of course, I'll continue to work myself while going to school, and will use that money I earn to pay you back slowly. But Grandma, I really, really, really want to go to college. And especially this one that I've had on my mind.
What are you talking about? We have been giving your mother money this whole time to help pay for you when you go to school. I'm sure it won't be able to cover all the costs, but she herself has been working a job all this time and should have been saving up for you, right? I feel that I've at least given her enough money to support you going to school for a year or 2, right?
What? My mom told me she never received that kind of money.
Ah, well, that's because when it comes to paying for college, it costs a large amount of money. I put it all into her bank account and not into yours.
But she's never told me anything about that money.
Perhaps she's forgotten to tell you about it or something? I know that she's been a very busy woman herself, so maybe she's totally forgotten that you need to know about the money now.
I don't think that's the case. She would have never been saying the things she said to me if she's received money from all of you for me to go to school. She's been telling me for a year now that the only way I'm going to college is if I pay for it myself.
What? She told you that?
That's why I've been working so hard to study both for my exams and work a part-time job.
So the thing that you've been wanting wasn't some expensive bag, but tuition for school?
An expensive bag? I don't really care about branded clothing or bags, Grandma.
But your mother told me something like this when I asked her a few months ago.
Mom said that? That's a freaking lie! Aren't you aware that my mom likes to say things like that in order to make herself look good? I think that Mom has been using all that money you and Dad gave her for me on herself.
Are you sure? Your mother would never do something like that, right?
Grandma, my mom is that kind of selfish woman. The reason Dad had to divorce Mom is because Mom did a lot of bad things to him.
You're telling me that it was her fault for the divorce? I heard from her that it was just due to both of them not wanting the same things in marriage any longer.
I think her and Dad were just saying that to keep you out of all of it. The real reason Dad left her is because she had been cheating on him with another man.
Tiffany cheated on my son? Are you sure?
Yes. I'm sorry for telling you all this horrible stuff after not hearing about it ever. Dad had been doing his best to hide it from you, and now I've gone and spilled it.
You don't have to worry about your parents' secret. I am a little shocked by all of this, but that all happened years ago, so there's nothing I can do about it now. And the reason you went and told me just then is because you've been working so long to hide all of that from me, right?
Yes.
But we can't forget what your mother did back then. Right now, we need to focus on the fact that your mother has been using your college funds all for herself. I trusted your mother every time I handed that money off to her. To hear that she's been using it all for herself this whole time?
It's just not the school money that she's been using up either. She's even been using up all the child support you've been giving her.
Huh? What do you mean? That money I've been giving directly to you from your dad, right?
I'm so sorry, Grandma.
What? Why are you sorry? What happened between you and your mother?
There is something else I've been hiding from you.
Hello, Tiffany.
Judith, what's been going on with you?
This is about your daughter. Starting today, she is going to be living with me in my house.
Huh?
She's pretty much finished going to high school now, right? And after talking with all her teachers at school, they gave her permission to do her last few days online from here. I'll be taking her to school on the day of her graduation, so there's no need to worry about her missing that in person.
Can you tell me what the heck you're talking about right now? I'm sorry, but I really have no idea what all of this is about.
Are you really sure you have no idea what this could all be about?
Yeah.
I have been giving you money to save up for when Riley went to college, right?
Yes. And I made sure to put that into a special savings account for her.
Well, even while you've had that money from myself and my son, you've told Riley that she has to pay for her tuition all by herself? And that's the reason for why Riley's had to work a part-time job this whole time, right?
You have to understand, I've never had any reason to say something like that to her. Was Riley the one that told you all that herself? Judith, I think that Riley had just gone and lied to you.
And why would Riley ever want to lie to her grandma about something like that?
I'm sure she just wants you to start giving her money. She probably feels that if she can get you to believe her, you'll be the easiest way for her to get loads of money.
Tiffany, I've already heard about everything regarding you and that school money for Riley. And it hasn't just been that money, right? You've even been stealing the child support that we've been giving to Riley every month, haven't you?
Please do not say things like that about me when you've only heard them from a child. I have been using that child support to make sure that she's raised properly. What's wrong with me taking that money from her anyway? I'm her mom, and I think I have the right to the money that the court said I deserve each month.
But you haven't even used a penny of that child support on Riley, right? You use all that money on yourself thinking that you deserve it, not her. Riley has to pay for everything herself. She has to pay for her own smartphone, for her own clothing, for her own utensils for school. And it's all paid for by that part-time job she's been working.
She's been a high schooler for 4 years now. I have to have her pick up some of the slack in this house. I'm a single parent, and I have been for years and years.
Did you know that the only reason my son and I have been paying child support for Riley still is because he never knew she had a part-time job? That was a part of the conditions signed in court even, given by the judge. As long as she's not working, you guys will receive child support. Strange that you've still been getting money from us when she's working for herself now.
It's a really tough and tight life having to live with only the two of us here.
I heard from Riley that you're barely even working a job yourself, though. And before, when you came to town where we ran into one another for a split second, that wasn't for work, was it? I've been told you came back into town to go out on a date with your current lover.
You have it all wrong.
Well, if this is how things have been, then I'd like the money I gave you for Riley to go to school right now.
You want that money back right now?
Yes, I do.
I'm sorry, but I can't give you all that money back.
But I thought you said it was all in a separate bank account meant for her. So you've gone and used it all?
Actually, I was fired from my job. And because of that, I wasn't able to afford all the necessities in our house. I'm sorry.
You really are full of these bullcrap excuses, aren't you? I'm going to have a lawyer get in touch with you and get all my money back. And of course, along with that, you'll no longer be receiving any child support from us.
You can't do that to me. That's a huge problem.
I told you that Riley will be over at my house now, living with me, so there's no need for you to get any more money to raise her, right? Child support is only received and used for the sake of the child, of whom you no longer have under your roof anymore.
I'm the one with custody of her, though. Without my approval, you won't be allowed to have her move into your house with you.
Tiffany, do you remember how old Riley is now? She's already turned 18. And according to the law, once someone becomes the age of 18, they have the right to decide on where to live and what to do with their life. It's up to Riley now on how she wants to live her life as an adult.
Hold on for 1 second, though. Riley is already over at your house right now? Let me have a word with her, please.
Riley's told me she no longer wants to talk with you anymore. She must feel as though you just want to threaten her or something now, right? I'm getting that sort of feeling from you myself as well. Riley's already told me about how she's not even related to her own father by blood.
She's gone and told you that now as well?
Yes, she has. I've heard all about it. You and her had a bad fight a while back, right? Over the child support we'd been putting into her account? And when she was not giving you the money you kept asking for, you yelled that she's probably not even related to my son by blood, right? I'm aware that you have even been keeping that fact from us as your ace in the hole, right? That if my son or I stopped sending you money for Riley, you'd threaten us by saying she's not even related to us and that you could take her away at any moment. I know that you already said that to her, and that's what forced her to keep working part-time because she was afraid of never getting to see her dad and I ever again. But listen here, that sort of thing isn't going to fly anymore.
You're wrong. That is all a bunch of crap from Riley. Judith, can you please just believe me here?
Why the hell should I believe any of the things you want to say? The fact that you're not even going to hand me all of her school money back right now tells me all I need to know about the truth surrounding you. And just to make sure I covered everything, I had someone investigating you these past few days. You seem to leave your house quite a lot for someone with no job. Going out to play all the time instead of doing the chores? I guess you really haven't given a single crap about your daughter, have you?
Riley is a senior in high school now, though. She doesn't need me around to live her life anymore.
That's 100% correct. She does not need you around anymore to live her own life. And that's why she is no longer going to be living under your roof any longer. Also, things have been this way ever since you had that divorce with my son, right? You're telling me that you've been leaving the house all day and skipping out on chores ever since Riley was in her first year of middle school? I hate that. How could I have never noticed any of that going on with you guys?
Judith, please. I don't mind letting Riley live over there with you. But can you at least give me child support every month? Or at least find some way to hand me some money for a couple more years?
How much more money do you need before you'll shut the hell up? Riley's been living on her own ever since 6th grade. And that whole time, she was left having to support herself, especially when it came to money. Food, water, electricity. If a 6th grader can start dealing with all that at her age, then you are more than capable of handling your own life now. I also know about what your plans were for her next. You never wanted her to leave for college because you planned to have her live with you in that house for the rest of your life, also that she could be like your mother.
I never wanted something like that.
Well, who cares now? I want all that money I handled you for her schooling back. And along with that, you are never to come around Riley ever again.
Let me come and see her right now. At least let her text me. I will apologize to her. I want to apologize to her. Just give me a few minutes with her and I promise to make things right. She hasn't been talking to me for days now, so please.
Riley's told me she doesn't want to talk to you nor see you, so it's over. Riley never happens to change her mind once it's been made up, right? She's the kind of girl you'll never be able to stop, so just leave it. You were the one saying things like that to me months ago about her, right? After that, I had a lawyer that I got in touch with go over to Tiffany's house and start laying out all the details as to why and when to get me all that money back I gave her for Riley's college. And well, after a few days, Tiffany's parents decided to step in on her behalf and give me the money I was owed. From this, we also learned that this whole time, Tiffany's parents have been giving her money to take care of herself after losing her job. But when they both found out about what was going on, they told her she would never have their support again. With no more money coming in anymore and the inability to pay rent, Tiffany ran away from her house and went off to the house of her new partner. But it turns out that the man she'd been with for some time wasn't as serious about things as she was, so he kicked her out of his house. She then turned to staying in a hotel for a little bit, and during this time she sent a text to her ex-husband. And in that text, sounding like the most spoiled witch on this planet, she asked him if he would start sending her some money again to help her out. Of course, my son said no to that request before blocking her number for good. But my God, was that the most stupid thing I'd ever heard about from my son. I cannot believe that a girl in high school was able to work enough to make money to support herself somewhat, but a full-grown woman who should have a job and everything wasn't able to do a thing for herself. I don't care at all what happens with Tiffany after all this, but I want to make sure that she never comes around my granddaughter and her father ever again. As for Riley, she happened to pass all her exams and was accepted into the college of her dreams, and is at this moment getting really excited about becoming a college student. For her to get to that school, it only takes about 30 minutes on foot from my house, so I'm glad to say that she'll be staying with me in this house while she's attending. And when it comes to my son, he's coming back now from his long business trip out of state and has been crying for days about hearing everything that had been going on with Riley and her mother. He's been apologizing to her about it, but only to be apologized back to by Riley, as she feels bad for never telling him the truth about what had been going on in her mother's house. During that whole week, these two cried a whole lot, and it was to the point that even I began to cry about it all. There was one other thing that came out of all this, and that was the relation Riley has to her father. Tiffany had made it seem as though she wasn't his real child, and that started to make Riley very worried about everything. So because of that, they both took a DNA test. Nobody really knows if Tiffany was telling the truth or not about that, as she could have been with any number of other men while with my son. But if it were to turn out that she wasn't my son's daughter, he told her that he'd love her just the same as he's always loved her. When the results had come back from that test, it was found that she really is related to her father. And when seeing that, the both of them began to cry again. As of right now, we're all living under my roof again, as my son has sold his house to be able to send Riley to college. And as a family all under my roof again, my son and I are going to make sure that Riley is treated to the life she deserved at her mother's house, but never got. And even after she's out of college, I want her to know that she'll always have a place in my house, no matter what.
Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hello, Jackie. I'll be back pretty soon. Will you prepare dinner for us? I'm so tired. I spent the whole day at work and then went to a hospital too to see my poor husband.
Sure, Mom, I will. Are you coming back from the hospital already? Is Dad feeling fine? I'm worried about him. I was trying to contact him earlier today, but he didn't answer. Is everything okay with him?
Yes, I'm waiting for a bus now. Dad feels much better today. I hope he will recover soon. I do miss him a lot. I didn't know you texted him. He didn't say anything to me.
Okay, really? I see. I hope he'll recover soon, too. So you'll be home in about an hour, right? I'm making something delicious for you.
I think so. I am very hungry. I'm starved. Want to have dinner as soon as I come. I thought you had already made something. So what are we having tonight?
Well, I'm making burgers and fries for us tonight. I hope you'll enjoy it. I put all my love into it.
Oh, but those are all carbs, and I've had a lot of that today. Can't you make something different? I need something healthy. You don't take good care of me.
I'm sorry. Last week you said you're tired of greens and want some carbs instead. You also said you haven't had burgers for a long time. That's the reason I made them.
Are you trying to say it's my fault? Honey, I need to keep it healthy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll make something different for you. I'll do my best.
Oh, I don't get it. You're sitting at home all day. Me and your husband work hard to provide for you. I'm jealous of your housewife lifestyle.
I'm not
like that. Don't hurt my feelings. You know I work hard, even if I'm at work.
What? What are you talking about? You're at home the whole day. If you have any objections, prove them. I'll be happy to see that. You can't even get pregnant. You're like a broken woman.
Well, I actually started thinking about having kids.
Oh, please. You know that you have absolutely no use in this family. You're not pregnant, you're sitting at home all day long. You know, your husband, my son, works hard and helps a lot. Do you know how much it costs to pay your father-in-law staying in a hospital? An absolute fortune.
But you know I do my best to take care of you and my husband. I clean the house, I cook, I try really hard.
But don't you think that those are your natural responsibilities? I mean, you should do something more than that. Work or at least give birth to a child. I really don't understand why my son got married to you. He should have chosen a woman with better health.
Please don't talk like that. I didn't do anything wrong. You know I love your son very much, and I do a lot to take care of you and my husband.
Oh, what are you talking about? Since your father-in-laws stay in the hospital and my son offered to stay with you both, I don't have any other choice. But I'm really not happy to see your face around.
I'm sorry.
Oh, please don't be sorry. By the way, you should visit my husband in the hospital as soon as possible. You know, the doctor said he doesn't feel very well. He doesn't have a lot of time left. Oh, my poor husband.
Really? I didn't know that. Of course I'll visit him. When I visited him this month, by the way, he looked pretty good.
He always pretends that he feels well when somebody visits him, so now you know.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm planning to go to the hospital very soon.
Hey, Jackie, your father-in-law just passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I understand. I'm heading to the hospital right now.
Oh, you know what? You don't have to. You'll be useless there, so I don't want you to come.
But...
No buts. Please don't bother me at a time like this. I told you not to come. And even if you come, I will only have more work to do and I don't have any desire for that, so please.
I'm sorry. If you'd rather handle it on your own, I understand.
Also, my son is going to be here pretty soon, so there's no need for you to come. So please clean up the house at least.
Okay, will do.
Anyway, it's all useless. We're getting nowhere. It's all your fault.
Why are you talking like this? I don't get it. What do you mean?
What do you mean you don't like it? You know what the deal is. I told you so many times. You should have a baby. And if my husband saw a grandchild growing up, it probably would have made him feel better. He would probably live a little longer. Oh, I feel so bad about him.
I'm really sorry about that.
If you really are sorry, break up with my son.
Excuse me? I don't understand why you're talking like that. How can you say that?
That'll be right, though. It's been 2 years since you got married and still can't get pregnant. Why did you lie to my son that you could have kids before you got married to him?
I didn't lie.
Oh, didn't you? So how would you explain that then? What is your value as a woman?
I don't think my worth is determined by my ability to have kids.
Well, that's your truth, not mine. My husband got sick soon after your marriage with my son. Maybe you were one of the reasons, don't you find?
I'm sorry, but I have no intention of leaving my husband. I love him.
Oh, I get this. You want to take advantage of my son. You want him to take care of you and give nothing instead. Oh, you are so useless. What makes it worse is your wheelchair. Don't ask for a normal happiness. Just talking to you gives me a headache. I'll be busy preparing for the funeral. Anyway, I don't want anybody to see you today. My relatives will be there, and I don't want to be ashamed because of you.
Okay, I will clean up and stay in my room. If you need any help, please let me know.
You can't help with anything here. Just stay quiet. Hey, Hey, Jackie, what have you done? My relatives are now angry with you. Why don't you think about your future?
Why? It's you who hid my wheelchair. You're the one to blame, and you know that. Where did you put my wheelchair?
What are you talking about?
This morning, when I was about to leave home and head to the funeral, you suddenly poured orange juice on me.
I didn't do it on purpose, and I said sorry for that.
Yes, you did, and when I went to my room to change a dress, you intentionally put it somewhere so I couldn't find it when I came back.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have any proof? Maybe my son put it somewhere. You remember we got home together yesterday? Maybe he put it somewhere.
My husband would tell me if he did.
Do I look like the kind of person who would break a wheelchair?
Break? I didn't say that. Is it possible that you not only hit it, but also broke it?
I don't know what you're even talking about. Anyway, you did the worst thing anyone can ever do. You missed your father-in-law's funeral. You will divorce my son.
Stop mentioning that. It sounds like that's what you want.
Look, you were not present at my husband's funeral and everybody saw that. They won't trust your story about missing a wheelchair. Please, pack your clothes now and leave our house.
I'm going to the cemetery right now.
Well, there is no need for that. I told you what to do.
My husband will come and pick me up. I'm gonna leave this house in any case today.
Really? Well, in this case, you can come for at least the last time. I hope you won't complain about anything. Oh, Jackie, hello. My son has left home, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. What's up?
Listen, Jackie, my son told me something. You were paying for my husband's treatment. Is that true?
Yes, it is. Why?
I didn't know about that. Were you saving the money? That was a total shock for me.
Yes, I was. With a body like this, with my disability, I figured I need to find a way to earn money. I learned a lot about investing when I was in college, and since then I was saving money.
Why didn't you tell me anything? In that case, I would not have behaved like that.
I was hoping you would improve all the way through my father-in-law's illness. It was a tough time for you both, and I thought you would reevaluate everything. I thought you would feel better if you knew that my husband was paying for everything.
Oh, I didn't know anything about that.
That sounds like an excuse. You can just say sorry. I wanted to pay, so don't worry about that anymore.
Oh, Jackie, I will appreciate you so much more now. Please come back home. You know how my son cares about me. He will be very upset if you both leave me alone.
No, he won't. That's not true. He's not worried about anything. By the way, he is still pretty mad at you.
Is he? But why?
Oh, don't you know the reason? Have you already forgotten that you broke my wheelchair and threw it away?
Oh, Jackie, something was wrong with me that time. You know, my husband had just passed away. I was very sad, so I took out all my sadness and frustration on you.
I don't get it. How can you be so mad at somebody when you lose somebody who was very close to you? You hurt the people around you. I mean, I understand your feelings, but I still don't understand why you wanted me to divorce your son. That wasn't nice.
I'm so sorry.
What are you apologizing for?
For the things I said and did to you, and for my husband's funeral. It was all my fault you were not there. I did something really stupid. I totally understand that.
Oh, okay. I understand now. I accept your apology.
Do you? Will you forgive me?
No, I do understand you, but I won't forgive you. I don't really care now, to tell you the truth. It doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, but please. Now, when you both have left, I realized how much I love you both. I wasn't right, I admit that. But I realized it was my fault. It's really hard for me to live alone in a house where my husband and I live together.
Even if you say that, really, I don't want to have the heart-to-heart conversations with you anymore. Let's just stop it.
But we were getting along with each other pretty well, right? The food you made was delicious, and I appreciate your cleaning up the house. We were good together. Just give me another chance, please.
As far as I remember, you were only complaining about everything all the time.
But as far as you realized that I have money, you changed your attitude, didn't you?
But Jackie, please, let's live together again. Now, I will take care of everything. You don't have to cook or clean up anymore.
You know what? I understand I'm disabled. That's why I was trying hard to be a normal, as you like to say. I didn't make any excuses. Never. But it's now impossible.
Oh, please don't say that.
When I couldn't find my wheelchair in the garage, I realized that I couldn't stay in that house anymore.
Oh, Jackie, I am so sorry. It was my fault.
It really doesn't matter anymore.
I'm begging you. You know my husband didn't leave me that much money, and I quit my job to take care of him. My son doesn't really earn enough to pay for my living. If you guys leave, I won't be able to survive.
It has nothing to do with me.
But if you don't forgive me, my son won't forgive me either. Please forgive me and explain to my relatives that it's not my fault.
My husband has already told them the truth. Don't worry about that.
But your father-in-law would be really upset if he knew that.
It might surprise you, but my father-in-law told me that I shouldn't force myself to live under the same roof with you. He was always worried about me.
That's a lie. I had been taking care of him for such a long time. How could he say that?
He tried to talk to you. I know that. Don't pretend you're surprised. But you were the one who started crying. You didn't want to listen to him. So we all made a decision to keep silent and just sacrifice. We were all hoping you would change your attitude, but that just didn't happen.
Please forgive me, dear. I won't be able to survive like this.
Oh, you'll be okay. You don't have any disabilities. You are very healthy. Look at you. I can't walk, and even I survived. Then my husband and I left my in-laws' house and moved out. We moved into a new house, which I had found. My mother-in-law tried to contact us many times, but then we simply blocked her after my father-in-law's birthday anniversary. Our relatives don't care about her either because it seems like they've found out everything she did to me. Even if she asks for help, I have no intention of helping her out. My husband seems to feel the same way, so I don't think we'll ever see her again. I understand her feelings and disappointment about me being disabled, but I still can't forgive what she did. I simply don't feel safe in that house anymore, so now I don't have to sacrifice anymore and can enjoy my life and spend time with the people whom I love.
Hey Amanda, how's it going? I was just wondering if you and Oren had already picked a day when you were going to have your civil ceremony?
Oh, hey, Gabby. No, we still haven't quite decided on a date yet. Why do you ask?
I guess I was just curious about when you two were finally going to tie the knot is all.
You're really that curious about something happening in my life. I feel like that's a little weird for you, no? I feel like you almost never want to know what's going on with me most of the time.
Well, I suppose you're right about that. I'm not really asking because I care about you. I was more interested in the man you're marrying.
I don't think I like where this conversation is going.
I mean, I've just heard so much about him, and he sounds like a real catch, sis. I hear that he's handsome and works for a big company, right? Just how did you end up with a guy like that, huh?
Well, if you really want to know, we just happen to share a lot of interests and bonded over that.
You mean how you're all outdoorsy and stuff like that? Does Oren like doing camping too?
Yeah, he prefers just hiking, and we've gone and done that a couple of times together. Although you know that I don't really like doing that as much, so he usually goes and does that by himself.
I see. But if he loves hiking so much, then he must have a pretty good body too, right? Why don't you tell me just a little bit more about the hobbies and interests that you have, sis?
Gabby, I can see what you're doing here, and I really don't like it. If you really are so into doing things outdoors, then why don't you just find your own community to do it with?
Oh, come on. You're really not going to tell me at all what it is that you two bonded over? And here I thought that's what sisters were supposed to do.
I don't even get you. I thought you hated going into nature in the first place. When we did it when we were kids, all you did was complain about the bugs and having to eat food without a table.
Okay, well, maybe I've just started to take a little more interest in doing stuff like that now, though. I mean, I think it's fair to say that hiking and camping and stuff like that is having a bit of a comeback.
I think it did have a comeback, but I really don't know of many people wanting to do it for the fad now.
I just think that I have a lot to offer the outdoors, you know? I mean, I'm not some granola-looking hippie chick, but I'm actually good-looking. Think of what I could do for camping's image.
Is that really why you want to start doing more things outdoors?
I mean, it's not the main reason, but I don't think you say that's what I said is wrong.
I guess I can't, no.
So you're telling me that there isn't anyone from your little camping circles that you can introduce me to? Maybe someone who likes all that nature stuff, but also is handsome and makes a lot of money.
I don't know anyone like that, unfortunately. I'm afraid I don't really ask the people who I've gone camping with about how much money they make.
So you're telling me that you took the only good man who also happens to be into hiking then?
That's not what I said, and please don't talk about my fiancé or anyone as if it was their... I think that you should want to find people on your own terms, Gabby.
You've got some nerve telling me to do that after you bring your fiancé home to introduce to Mom and Dad. You know that after you left, Mom started asking me about when I was gonna get married. You're starting to really make me look bad with the family, so the least you can do is introduce me to someone.
But it's not like you don't know how to talk to boys. You've had boyfriends in the past, and quite a few of them, I might add. I just don't really even see what kind of advice I could offer that you don't already know yourself.
So you're really happy as long as you're the only one who's happy? You don't care about anyone else but yourself?
Do you really think that that's what I'm trying to say with all of this?
I think that you should just stop arguing with me and start bringing out the men you think I could date.
I don't get what your deal is, Gabby. Ever since we were little, you've always put me down and made me feel stupid. Whether it's about my looks or my job, you always try and make me feel worse in comparison to you. But now you want me to introduce you to someone that I know?
I don't really see why you had to bring any of that up when all I was doing was being honest with you.
Look, I have some errands to run and I don't really feel like having this conversation right now. So I'm going to go now.
Hey, come on, we weren't through there. I still have things I wanted to talk to you about. Please, just introduce me to someone. You have to, I'm begging you here. Be a good sister and just do this for me.
Gabby, what is the matter with you? You need to leave Oren alone, seriously.
Oh, darn, you need that you already heard about your little run-in with each other.
Run-in? Is that seriously what you're going to call it? Oren told me that you were waiting for him outside of his work and that you invited him out to grab drinks with you.
Well, he's going to be my brother-in-law soon, right? So I don't see what's wrong with wanting to get to know him as family a little bit better.
I really just can't believe that. I know that something's up with you. You wouldn't just do something like that if you weren't up to something.
So I'm really just not allowed to talk to your fiancé at all? That seems a little excessive if you ask me. I mean, how are we all supposed to be a family that way?
Why are you even trying to pretend that that's what you did? I know that you guilted him into grabbing dinner with you, and then when you two had your meal, you asked if he wouldn't mind paying for a hotel room for the two of you? What is the matter with you? Why would you even try something like that with someone else's man?
Oh, I'm so sorry if what I did upset you, Amanda. But I really don't think that it was all that bad for Oren. I think that he really did want to eat dinner with me, and that he would have gone with me to the hotel if it weren't for you.
I don't even know what to say to that right now.
And he really is such a nice man. You have no idea how lucky you are.
Look, you may be my sister, but I have limits with this, and I'm not afraid to do what I have to.
Ugh, you're so lame. Do you realize that? You seriously need to chill out.
Chill out? Are you kidding me? What gives you the right to say that to me?
I mean, all I did was ask him a couple of questions. I didn't realize that you were gonna act like such a jealous teenager over this.
I don't care if you want to ask Oren questions. It's the kind of things that you were asking him. You were clearly flirting with my fiancé.
Well, that's just it though, right? He's just your fiancé, so I don't really see what the big deal is.
Please tell me that that isn't how you actually think, Gabby. I don't even know what to say to something like that. Look, just leave me alone, okay? I don't want to deal with you anymore. And you're certainly not welcome at my wedding either.
Hold on a second, what? But we're family. You're really gonna ban me from your wedding over this? How could you do this to me?
I'm sorry, but you left me with no other choice with the way that you're acting. I had a bad feeling when I got a text from Oren saying that he bumped into you, and now I know what he was
Oh, come on, I only invited him out for dinner. I can't believe that you're gonna keep me from your wedding over something like that. You are blowing this way out of proportion.
But I already know that that isn't all you invited him out for. We both know that you invited him to sleep with you afterwards.
But he didn't, did he? So I didn't really do anything wrong, did I?
I'm sorry, but I just don't see it that way. At all. You and I are no longer sisters because no sister of mine would treat me like this. All you're trying to do is ruin my happiness so that you can feel better about yourself. And I will not stand for it. Stay away from us or else I will get really, really mad.
You really must think that the world revolves around you now, huh? A little fat girl like you gets a man to marry her and suddenly you think you can boss people around however you like. I just want you to know that whenever I think of you in a wedding dress, I just feel sick to my stomach. You think that your life is so perfect, but I know that your wedding is just gonna be a joke. Amanda, I just heard the news from Oren. He told me that your wedding dress for tomorrow has been ripped and cut up.
Hi, Laura. Yes, I don't know what happened. I guess that while the store was open, someone snuck into the bridal shop, found my dress, and destroyed it. I got a call from the staff apologizing to me for what happened, but still...
Oh, but that's just horrible. I heard the dress was totally ruined, is that right?
I know, but I can just wear something else. Obviously, I would have preferred to wear the white dress, but I don't really think that's an option anymore.
I know you were so excited for it. I remember how perfect you thought it was when you first saw it. Just who in the world would do something like that? We've got to get to the bottom of this and figure out who the culprit is.
I'm afraid that I might already know who's to blame for this, actually.
Oh, really? And just who might that be?
I am 99% certain that it was my sister who did it.
Oh, right. I think I've heard a little bit about her from Oren. He tells me that she's rather odd. But you don't really think she destroyed your dress, do you?
I really can't think of any other person who would want to do something like that to me.
Wow. I had no idea that things were like that between the two of you.
I can't believe she would take things this far either. But I think she was just jealous that I'm the younger sister and I'm getting married before her.
So you think that's why she did this?
Well, she did know that my wedding is going to be tomorrow. Although now I'm not sure if we'll be able to have the wedding at all without the dress.
Now don't you go giving up hope just yet. I'm sure that we can think of something before the big day. I don't think we have to go about canceling everything just yet.
What do you mean? What could we possibly do with so little time?
I know that you might have heard about this through Oren, but I used to be a fashion designer in my day.
Yeah, of course I knew about that. But I don't see what we can do in such little time.
Well, if you think that I'm suggesting starting a dress from scratch, then yes, there would be no time for that at all. But I think if we use another dress as a base, I can take some pieces of the old one and make you something that you'll really like.
You would really do that for me, Laura?
I think that's the least I can do to make sure that this wedding still happens. But I think I'll need your help to do this.
Oh, but it's already so late at night. Are you sure you want to try doing this? I would hate to make you work so hard just for me.
Well, I'm not going to handle it all without an extra hand here. I'll send you some pictures and call in some old favors, so you don't have to worry about anything actually. Just focus on getting ready for your big day and look forward to seeing what I can make for you. Good morning, Amanda! Just how are you feeling today, huh?
What do you want now, Gabby?
I heard the awful news from Mom yesterday. She told me some crazy person broke into the bridal shop where your dress is being held and totally ruined it. I guess that means you'll have to cancel your wedding then, right? It's really such a shame how the timing for this all worked, though.
Is this really what you came to talk to me about? Because I'm afraid that it's not the wedding that's over, it's you.
You mean you're still going through with the wedding? But that doesn't make any sense. You don't even have a wedding dress to wear anymore.
You probably didn't know this, but Owen's mom actually used to be a fashion designer. And she has a bunch of connections. So, yesterday, she called in some favors and made me a truly one-of-a-kind dress.
No, that can't be. That's impossible.
I'm afraid that it's very possible for a woman of her caliber. And now I have an amazing wedding dress that I'm going to wear to my amazing wedding. This really is going to be a great day.
This can't be happening. You can't really be getting married, right? I don't care what dress you have on. You're still a fat little pig, and everyone is going to laugh at you when they see you.
Thankfully, none of the people invited to the wedding would ever do anything like that.
We'll just see, won't we? Maybe your friends are all just laughing behind your back and have been making fun of you this whole time. And I seriously doubt that anyone on Orion's side has any reason not to laugh at you.
Actually, I've met most of the people that are going to be on Oren's side, and they're all very kind.
No, they're just all laughing behind your back and being polite to your face.
We'll just see about that. But I just have to ask. You were the one who snuck in and cut up my wedding dress, weren't you?
What are you talking about? You think I have that much free time that I can run around doing stuff like that?
You seemed to be fixated on my dress the other day, though.
And that's all the evidence you have? That I brought up your dress while we were talking about your wedding? Good luck getting anyone to listen to that if that's all the evidence you have. Besides, you didn't even invite me to your wedding, so how was I supposed to know what day it was?
What are you talking about? You literally live with Mom and Dad. You must have seen the invitation that I sent to them.
Now you're just making things up so that you can blame me for this. I never ever made any moves on Oren, and you're still blaming me like I did something horrible. I think that you're just jealous because you know he's out of your league and you're scared to lose him. So I'm glad that you're out of my life because I don't want anything to do with you either.
You're making a very compelling case. But you forget the part where the stores have security cameras.
Wait, you mean at the bridal store? No way, that can't be. Are you really telling me that I showed up on their cameras? But Mom said that the cameras only showed someone wearing a big black parka. She didn't mention anything about being able to see the person's face.
I guess you thought that if you mostly covered up your face, you wouldn't have anything to worry about, huh?
What is this? You just think the criminal has a similar face as me and that's why you're blaming me?
The cameras weren't just in the stores. They were in the parking lot, too. And you were shown clear as day parking the car, putting on your parka, and going in. Do you really not think that the parking lots would have security cameras? Why do you think there'd be no reason to have them there? Anyways, I guess it's a question you can answer for the police instead.
The police? But all I did was cut up your dress. That's not that big of a deal, right?
So you finally come out and admit that you did it.
Well, because you said you were going to call the cops on me.
Well, you should be hearing from them soon. I imagine the bridal store is going to want to sue for damages as well.
But that isn't fair. Why would they sue me?
Because you snuck into their store and cut up an item they were going to sell? Did you really just ask that? You ruined my wedding dress as part of your plan to ruin my wedding, and you thought you were going to get away with that?
But I'm not actually going to get, arrested or anything like that, right?
Who knows, you just might actually.
But that can't happen to me. Please, I'm sorry, I really am. I never wanted things to go like this. I regret it all. I'm so sorry.
You think I want to hear that from you now? Not only did you try to ruin my wedding, but you did all of that after you tried flirting with my fiancé?
I really am so sorry for everything. I was just jealous, that's all. All my friends are getting married and I'm the only one who's not, and I hate it.
And that's why you had to keep making fun of my weight and telling me how awful I was going to look? We're sisters. How could you do all of this to me?
But nothing really happened, right? I mean, I only had dinner with Oren and now you have a new wedding dress. So there's really no need to punish me for anything, right?
I already told you, that's up to the bridal store, not me. But as for you, I really do want nothing to do with you ever again. The whole family knows about what you tried to do, and they are all so disappointed in you. So have a nice life, Gabby. After that, I heard that the police arrived at my parents' place to arrest Gabby. Even though nobody got hurt, the crime was so unusual that it ended up on the local news, and everyone knew about the crazy woman who cut up her sister's wedding dress out of jealousy. Rumors about it even started flying around Gabby's work, and eventually she couldn't stand the rumors anymore and quit. My parents took pity on her and agreed to let her stay with them. But she couldn't stand being in a house with people who had such a little opinion of her. As for my wedding, I was amazed at how gorgeous the dress that Laura made for me was. It fit like a glove, and Oren and I had the best wedding ever. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.